HarperCollins and HarperAudio present Destroyer of Worlds, A Return to Lovecraft Country by Matt Ruff, performed by Kevin Kenerly. For Nisi, who wanted more. Then Joseph took an oath from the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and you will carry up my bones from here. Genesis chapter 50, verse 25. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. J. Robert Oppenheimer, quoting Vishnu. 1857. The Last Temptation of Simon Swinsgood. He kills the dogs before he runs. Simon has heard the ignorant whispers of other slaves plotting escape, how they will wash away their trail by wading in rivers or mask it with some stronger scent, peppercorns, vinegar, turpentine, horse piss. He knows it's all foolishness. Even an ordinary coonhound can track a man through water, or tell a fugitive sweat from the staling of a horse. And Master Swinsgood's hounds aren't ordinary. Bred from Egyptian stock, they're descendants of the hounds of Pharaoh, survivors of the debacle of the Red Sea. Nothing on foot can elude them for long. Hecuba, the midwife, claims that she can fly. Each night, she casts her soul aloft, above the reach of dogs or men. She's been to the north many times, she says, and to the future, and the lands of the dead, and to other stranger places. But it profits her nothing. However far she travels, she remains tethered to her body by an unbreakable cord that each morning reels her in to wake once more a slave. Other slaves, lacking even a temporary power of flight, have sought more earthly means of emancipation. Ezekiel, who was keeper of the hounds before Simon, tried to mail himself to freedom. He packed himself in a trunk with one of Mrs. Swinsgood's ball gowns that was bound for a party in Delaware. But the wagon that was to take the luggage to the train depot was late. Ezekiel began to suffocate and prematurely pulled the stopper on the air hole he drilled for himself. The hounds, already suspicious about his absence, were on him in seconds. Master Swinsgood gave Ezekiel 50 lashes and sold him away south. When Master made Simon the hound's new keeper, he warned him not to repeat Ezekiel's mistake. Simon took the words to heart. He cannot say how his own bid for freedom will end, but he knows how it must begin. He enters the barn just before curfew. He finds a lantern and lights it, and goes to the pen where the dogs sleep. 4 pairs of amber-colored eyes look up at his approach, watchful and curious. They're smart animals. They know it's not time to be fed, and if they were needed for a hunt, a white man would be coming for them. Simon doesn't give them time to think about it. He opens the gate and points at Little Boy, at 50 pounds, the runt of the litter. Follow, Simon says. He crosses the barn to the stall of Adolphus, the mule, and takes the shoeing hammer from its peg on the wall. He side-eyes a warning at Adolphus as he does this. The mule, adept as any slave at playing dumb, stares back vacantly. I don't see nothing, boss. Leaving the lantern in the barn, Simon leads Little Boy to the old well out back, the path lit by a nearly full moon. In the shadow of a tree near the path's end, Simon pauses. Sit, he says. Little Boy sits obediently. Simon squats beside him. He cocks his right arm and points with his left and says, Look there. Little Boy looks. Simon swings the hammer. The back of Little Boy's skull gives way with a wet crack, and he drops, lifeless. Simon stands up and begins removing the boards from the mouth of the well. The well was covered after Simon's younger brother, Luke, had his accident. Simon's other brother, Peter, had been teasing Luke, telling him there was a tunnel at the bottom of the well that led all the way to Canada. Luke knew that was nonsense, and said so, but Peter kept insisting it was true, adding that it didn't really.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?